Right, this is the final build for Beetlejess. I've been umming and ahhing over the last couple of days on the final support team. There's another couple of heroes that I've been experimenting with, but this is my final pistol build that absolutely devastates. So first of all, you're going to need Beetlejess. It's a Beetlejess build. Make it count. Her commander perk increases pistol and SMG critical damage by 225%, right? That is a lot. You need that. 6 shooter, increase pistol damage by 20% and impact by 25% for the first 6 shots in a magazine. It's only 6 shots, but it doesn't matter because this build has got what I call the 6-second reload rule. I'll explain more on that later. Plasma arc. This is important to the build to make this build as dangerous and as devastating as it is. Energy damage has a 20% chance to zap nearby enemies for 58% of the damage dealt. And that's enemies, not just enemy. So there's a 20% chance it will zap numerous enemies around the enemy that you're attacking. Just with the plasma arc. That's not including our weapon, what that's going to do as well. Explosive rounds. Every 6 ranged weapon eliminations trigger an explosion in a 1 tile radius. You'll get in explosions every couple of seconds with this build. Make it rain. Headshot damage. You're using a pistol, so you're going to be accurate. You're going to constantly be proccing extra damage from this. Constantly. And again, as I said, the 6-second reload rule to make this build insane and make this work. Locked and reloaded. After reloading, increases weapon damage by 15% for 5 seconds. So on the 6th second, you should be reloading to continue this damage perk and this damage perk. Now this one's obviously going to be constant. This one's constant. Preemptive strike is always running. Now that's up to, like, I think it's 40% damage it works out to be, give or take. Increased damage on the initial hit of every enemy of full health. So this, all these damage perks together make the initial shots on a target insanely devastating. But it all comes down to the weapon. If you don't have the right weapon, this build is not going to be as dramatic and as powerful as it just first looks on paper. This is all about making the pistol damage insane and to proc the pistol damage everywhere. Now, the reason it works as well as it works is down to the weapon, which is the Founder's Revolt. The epic Founder's Revolt. Now, it's pretty much a legendary in my eyes. It has 5 perk rolls, the same as a legendary, and the final perk at the bottom, which in this case is what makes this build so devastating. Bullets chained to one nearby target. Now, that's nothing new. This has been on this gun ever since day one, but now with this particular build, with the arc in play, this has become probably overpowered, and it wouldn't surprise me if this does get out and people start using this. The Epic do nerf this down a little bit. Now this gun, like I say, comes into the play because of the 6-second reload rule as well. You need a gun that you can reload every 6 seconds without it affecting your damage. This gun does that. This gun has a 0.6 second reload time. You can't even see the reload, it's that fast. It's literally a sound of a click and you're firing again. 0.6 seconds. So you can afford to continuously reload every 5 to 6 seconds, even faster if you want to. After a kill, reload, so you've got a fresh batch of damage for the next enemy. This build is sick. Now, it's pretty easy to get your hands on a Founder's Revolt if you don't own one. Half the player base minimum owns Founder's Revolts. Now, this has to be done with the crit build and the reload speed. And obviously it has to be energy damage for the arc to proc. All this build just synergizes together and it makes one devastating hero. It actually wrecks and destroys. I was in a game 2 days ago, just after I stopped streaming. It was a retrieve the data game. As I joined, the mission was just starting. The objective thing popped up on the screen and they'd already voted. I started making my way to where the retrieve the data base was, and there was a constructor there, and I think it was another outlander, maybe a ninja, I can't remember. And they started abusing me when I was shooting up the enemies with my pistol. They was calling me a nub, N-U-B. I've not heard that word in years. I've seen the biggest nub player ever, ha ha, using a pistol, like really trying to rip it out of me. And then for some reason, they decided to get really toxic because I was using a pistol, and they decided to destroy the base as I was fighting. They literally started opening up all the walls to allow all the enemies to pour in and try and destroy the base. And this pistol was so devastating, I absolutely owned it. I was rebuilding the little wall around the Treater database, destroying every single enemy with this pistol. They were getting mad. And at the end, they called me a lucky asshole. I've got a screenshot of it. I might put that in the a link in the comments to it. Just got a screenshot of the conversation I took at the end of the game. It was just, I can't believe how toxic people are being. Just because I was using a pistol, and then the fact that I absolutely dominated it with the pistol, nothing but this pistol, they got mad. But constructors are quite selfish anyway, I've noticed that. If you don't do what they want, they get angry. Either way, subject at hand, this pistol, this build, sick AF. Use the 17% pistol damage perk. It says it's Marco Nation. This build, I like this one, the way it's set up, man. The way this is set up, this is 20% an impact. Like I said, I need that because it's a reload build. This, I need that. I want the explosive damage. I need that. Like, as it was, I was umming and ahhing about taking out Make It Rain and replacing it with the 35% pistol damage buff from the phase shift. That was like, oh, you know, I could really bounce around and really pump out that damage. I like, with this Make It Rain, that can go up to 20%. So when you're fighting something like a smasher coming at you, or a tanker that you're just getting, like, you're smashing out the headshots as they're coming towards you, you're going to increase that and run at maximum damage on Make It Rain, you know? So it's situational, but you can easily get full 20% out of that with the right enemy. And the explosive rounds, I feel like it does way more overall because it's a one tile radius. I mean, this build is based on missions, not just loose enemies. It's like, this is for packs of enemies. Change for locked and reloaded. The only thing about that is if I change the locked and reloaded on that, any secondary weapon I use, this is the thing, right? So for example, let's say I'm going to use, like in this case, I've got the Deathstalker. Let's just say I'm going to pop a few enemies that are a bit further away quickly, right? I'm still going to get the locked and reloaded for this because it's all weapons. You know, I'll get the locked and reloaded for launchers as well. So it's just weapons. So I'll get the locked and reloaded for any secondary or third weapon I use. I know what you're saying. If you're going to put 100% of your eggs in one basket, then I can see what you're saying. But if there's a chance that you are going to flick to a second weapon or a third weapon, locked and reloaded is carrying over, and you're keeping that damage on that weapon. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're going with that. That is, I mean, you could still run that build. Easily run that build, what you're saying. Can I use it? Yeah, of course. Trying to think of a mission I can jump in where people are going to play quickly then. Where can we run it? Oh, the game frozen. Is there not a single encampment or survivor mission anywhere down here? There's a survivor mission there. Just trying to find as encampment there. It's got no decent rewards. Just I want to do something I'm actually going to get something out of as well. I don't want to where I'm running around waiting for people to build. I just want something fast. There's no encampment mission over here. I want one of at least gonna give you a reward as well if I can. When's the reset? 2 hours. What's this? There you go. Actually, it's a bit low level, isn't it? What level is that? 76. That's too low. It's not really going to show much. Yeah, what's this? 94. Drops of rain. There you go. What's the mission info? Constructors, frenzied death burst. Okay, this would be a good one to test it on. So this has got Frenzied Death Burst. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was the one where they're going to heal each other, because that would be a good one to show it on. Because that shows even though they're healing each other, it's still destroying. And in fact, screw it. I'll just do this one. It's an encampment mission. We're straight to the point. You just got Beetlejess. Nice. Yeah, I definitely know what you're saying, Marco, that one. But I do use other weapons like launchers when things get like messy. For example, if I've got to quickly move to someone else's area where they've lost control, and I might just chuck out a few launchers, reload. You're going to get the damage buff from that. If you're going to pop out the Deathstalker or any assault rifle, even the SMG, because you got the crit buff on the SMG as well, you know you can at least carry that damage over as well. Like I said, it was hard deciding between the 35% damage buff, which is a lot, with phase shift, but it's only for 4 seconds. And to keep popping around phase shifting, you're actually going to accumulate a lot of time during the fight where you were phase shifting. All that time added up could have been damage time. Like, it's like... I mean, it'd probably be minimal in numbers, the difference in some of these. Like, you need more commander perk slots, more support slots. Alright, someone needs muting straight away. Open micers. Right, we need to just find stuff quick. There's normally stuff around the outside, isn't there? There goes, enemies over here. I don't know if you saw that. Literally, the procs are instant. Like, the lightning procs, the bullet procs. You're chaining one bullet, and that one bullet's hitting 2 enemies, okay? Them 2 enemies are then having both a chance of proccing the arc damage, and then that can hit another, like, 4 to 6. So, like, technically, one bullet, if there's a big pack, can hit 4, 5, 6 enemies if everything procs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this would be a good one to test it on, maybe. At the end of the day, it's the arc proc. As long as you got the revolt, and you got the arc proc, and you got the majority of the commander perks that I'm using. Plus, if you want to switch out, like you say, you want to just go for a straight 15% pistol damage only, that you're still going to have a devastating build. Alright, here we go. Invisible enemy. What's going on? Lag? Right. We're doing survivors and we've got 0. Good start, good start. I'm trying to find a pack of enemies where there's no one else around. Good tip as well is always run around with 19 bullets, and then when you actually come across a group, reload straight off the bat to get the perk. You know what I mean? Can I please, please, please have you on a Plankton mission? Plankton's pretty damn simple, man. And there should be loads of public games. I'm a bit too high for Plankton. I think it's an absolutely sick build. I really do. I thought my Willow build was good, but this... My god. On my farming today, not really farming anything. I'll just everything, if you know what I mean. Today's more about the pistol build. It's finished. It's done. It's 100% done. All the perks that I needed, leveling up and leveling up. My decision's final on what I feel is best for the build. Because like when I'm in combat, I don't use phase shift nowhere near as much to warrant having that as a damage buff. The 35%. It definitely should be the. I mean, look at it. Just crazy damage. Like, because it fires so fast. As soon as you popped in, like, 3 bullets, that 3 bullets is more than enough to kill anything up to 10 enemies, like, if you get headshots. Because of all the procs and the bullets bouncing everywhere. Can't even see them through that storm. Let's see the explosion. You got the explosions going on. I mean, it's that 2 bullets and that killed 3 enemies. Yeah, you got the explosions going on, which you might not even notice to start with. So every 6th kill, you'll get an explosion in a 1 tile radius. So, for example, now, if that was at the point where it's about to do the explosion, which I don't think it is, that'd literally be 1 bullet and that'd probably kill everything out there. But it's not at that point. Let me get them all together if I can. Come on, boys. Come with me. Like that. See that? Boom. That was like 5 enemies with 1 bullet. 2 more bullets and the rest were dead. So when you're firing as fast as you're firing, like as fast as I'm firing, so like it says bang, 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 really like bang, 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 bang into packs of enemies. You can imagine how fast they were just dropping. And it's a purple. That's the best part about this. That was 3 enemies. Oh, the explosion. There was no one near. Try and do it slowly so you can see what's happening. Only got 1 blue glow. Is there any more blue glow around here? I'll put 1 in anyway, since I'm only going to put 1 in. Careful. What I don't get, right, is if these survivors have all got the power to teleport, like they're going to some kind of Star Trek spaceship, why did they not do that before you got there? Why did they wait till you... Look at me. Look at me. The cool thing about this, you can get enemies that you can't even see. So as long as you can get one that's near one that's out of sight, the damage will proc and bounce to the ones that are out of sight. You alright, mate? Good stuff. Now I need the materials. Get off that van. Oh, what? Can't smash it. Oh, Jess is coming. I'm kind of trying to half watch what she's trying to do. What are you doing? Oh. What was I doing? Oh yeah, survivors. Bonus rescued 5. I don't know how many bonus ones there are. I'm probably run out of enemies to test this on. I'll show you. But either way, anyone that's just watched the last 10 minutes would have seen it and how it works. I mean, when you consider, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another weapon that uses these bullets that could be considered amazing. I mean, the Siege Breaker, for example, uses the same small bullets. There's no way the Siege Breaker would kill this many enemies as quick as this. And that's an assault rifle. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think that's all of them. At least that I can see. That reload though. Sick. Sick, 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 sick. Dum 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 dum. Dun 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 dun. Hmm? 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 Nothing. What? I don't understand what you're trying to do. You've done that already. That, I'll tell you to go and you plugged it in, alright? What? Right. So that is it. That to me, after 3 or 4 days of changing bits, thinking about other support team members, that was my final 5 out of all the ones that could be available. So the pistol damage is absolutely insane. Now, like I say, you can carry a second or third weapon. I mean, there I'll just literally just put on the pistol because the SMG damage can also have a benefit. You can also run quite easily an energy SMG as a secondary if you need to. Like I've got the Hemlock for those moments. Now that would get the full benefit from Locked and Reloaded, from Make It Rain, Preemptive Strike, the Commander perk herself that gives 225% crit damage for pistols and SMGs. So the SMG with this build is also a beastly backup because it's got arc and energy, and it benefits from pretty much everything in there. It benefits from that, it benefits from that, it benefits from that, and that. The only one it doesn't benefit from is 6-shooter. So that's why I didn't want to go for more than one pistol specific perk, because everything else here will benefit secondary weapons if it's the right weapon. This is a sick, 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 sick build.